hold on.
It does matter because I might not disagree if
Oh,
God exists or not.
Oh, then I find it to be any attribute aboutness. Specifically that maybe
What?
I find it to be the
Wait,
case some sort of attribute.
you said it's what?
I said that when I say define God, I don't find that to be like the matter of the situation when I define existence, because when I define existence, I find it to be the case that I find that there's modes of existence, as in that there's internal and then external. I find it to be the case that God has some sort of info, some sort of aboutness. If that's the case, then that's going to be some sort of mode of existence, and specifically internal. So he exists
Okay,
internally.
so what's an eternal mode of existence?
That it's mind dependent.
Okay, so you think God is a mind dependent what? Like what is it?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He has some sort of aboutness, therefore he exists.
So the color red is God?
Could be.
Okay, you do any other topics
I
or
mean, it just depends upon the aboutness about God and what you attribute it to be.
that's on you to do because you're on the affirmative, I'm not.
yeah, it's quiddity. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
can just say, what?
are you gonna do God's existence if he's gonna take that, I guess, standpoint, Mano, or not?
He said what? I don't even know what he's defining God as. He's like saying the most vague shit in the world.
So
Like
he's just
It's not
saying that
vague.
whatever he prescribes God to be, if it has, I guess, some mental existence, which it can be referred to intentionally, then it can exist as God. I think that's his whole entire point.
Yep.
And
I don't even like what does that
maybe
mean?
just like a
Like
simple thought you can figure, maybe like an apple can be God. It's just a mental existence. If it has a mental existence and he makes God by his definition and his theory of meaning, the aboutness of what an apple
nah,
prescribes, then that's
I don't
not
want to debate that.
okay.
Like,
Beautiful.
Yeah,
So
okay.
would you like to
Okay.
do another topic with him?
yeah, but again, he's gonna have to be on the affirmative. He's gonna have to affirm a position.
Why do you want me to affirm in a position? You don't have it. Oh yeah, because you don't have anything to affirm. Okay, that's fine. What else do I affirm that I feel like doing right now?
Semantic eternalism, semantic anti-realism. Come on, like pick some. Logic
I'm
logic
not
don't
decent.
exist.
Ooh. Actually, I could say
Logic
that. Yeah, maybe we could say we could go against the law of identity if that's fine with you.
Go against the law of identity.
Yeah, I just think that law of identity is false, bro.
Yeah, we could do that. Why is it false?
Oh, he's already
Yeah, we can
familiar with
go.
the solo argument, by the way. But like Scribble presented it wrong.
Scribble presented it wrong. How? Did you present the thing
Bro, he didn't
wrong?
understand how to stipulate how the CI and all that shit works with the solo argument. It's just like it was just kind of
Bruh.
like he even gave in the
Okay,
he even
well,
given it was so funny if you saw him debate Mono. He given like he pasted and forwarded the debunk I've given to Solo. He's forwarded the fucking debunk I've given to
Yeah.
Solo with the argument
oh
of
my
Solo,
god,
trying to prove that the
he's
law
a
of identity is
troll.
false.
Hey,
That nigga,
prophecies.
Oh my
he was
god.
so stupid, and he was like, I didn't know. But Mono, I don't know because Mono wasn't like, I guess he didn't know the concept. He didn't see the debunk that Scribble would fucking paste with.
I mean, wait, what was the debug that Mono position?
No,
Other than the
Mono was
fact that
trying to
there was
say
the
within the
debug right there.
conclusion. Mono was saying within the conclusion, it seems as if the solo within the conclusion doesn't seem to be the same as the solo within the premises. I guess he was trying to point
Oh,
out.
just to hear here.
Yeah, he was just trying to give like a here objection. Something that Crimson gets around, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Someday.
Hold on. So wait, just to be clear, Mono, you already know one of the first premises already, so you don't gotta go over that. Like about the CI follows with law of identity. I'm
Yeah, I
pretty sure you went
barely, I
that.
barely
Hey,
remember the argument. Just resend the argument, and then we can talk
Scribble
about it.
dumbass
Uh,
didn't even send that first, bro. He just went right
Flo,
into the story.
can you send me that argument real quick? I don't have that in with your DMs.
All right,
That was
Mono, would
old.
you allow it, or would you call that fucking outside help?
What,
It's just
sending
the
the
argument.
argument? No.
Okay, just making
Okay.
sure. All right, so
I think I already have Crimson.
okay,
Wanna stick up? I'll run it back, bitch. I'll run it pick up.
Yo, prophecy. Someday you'll be better than Flo, and I'll be better than Realism.
Someday I'll be better than realism. That is a goal. Let's just say
No,
that.
someday you'll be better than Flo, and I'm better than Realism.
Bro,
what
you're
the
bro,
dude?
like
Realism is not a
bro,
feat, bro.
no.
No, it's
This
that
is
Realism
realism,
was
but
my
like
old
why
teacher.
realism?
He was my first teacher.
I want to see
Realism
my
should more
students get
like
better than me, like dead
No,
ass. Like
he got me into the comp.
it's gonna be crazy, cause prophecy.
yeah.
That's gonna be crazy, cause it's crazy that
Bro.
I'm younger than you, and you're trying to get better than me. That's fucking crazy. Like that sounds so diverse.
Uh,
It sounds so fucking
and maybe
diverse.
it is pretty diverse. But what's it called? Uh wait, did you send the argument?
Yeah, I sent it in your DMs. That's
Oh,
just the
okay, hold
first
on.
half.
Yeah, I just need
And
the first half.
it's probably gonna put into question P2. I'm not gonna say nothing else though.
What's debating, bro? Why is Power in here?
Mono and
Me
prophecy.
versus Mono.
Uh,
I put it in text debate,
Oh, that's what you're gonna do
or
inside
should I
chat.
put it somewhere else?
Interesting.
It's just whatever. You said text debate. If the law of identity is true, then the C, what's CI?
Oh, you say
It's your
what?
What is CI? Like, what do you mean when you say CI?
Conjunction introduction inference.
Okay.
Like for example, like you know the syntax for P1 P, P2 P2 Q,
And I can't spell this
conclusion
shit.
P and Q.
I lucky wasn't listening to that part. Were you just telling me what a conjunction introduction is?
Yeah, in like syntax form.
Pretty sure I know what it is. I'm just googling it just to
You could,
remember.
yeah,
Um,
it's literally P. It's literally just taking the two premises and taking them to be
yeah,
true, and then
P and
conjuncting them.
Q. Yeah. Okay. And then so, the law of identity is true. Then the conjunction introduction falls true under it necessarily. The
Mhm.
isn't what the conjunction introduction isn't falling true under it necessarily. What does that mean? What does it mean to fall true under it necessarily?
As in, um, but it's just reaffirming. So it's saying that if the law of identity is true, then the conjecture, like it's just saying that because it fails, as in that it fails to go under the law of identity, as in it fails from the attributes of like the other argument for Crimson, that it seems
No,
that
wait.
it fails to
Hold on.
follow from.
Hold on. Wait.
It's
Are you
literally
just trying
modus
to?
equivalence, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are you just trying to say that if the law of identity is true, then the conjunction introduction has to be true, and the conjunction introduction is not true, therefore the law of identity isn't true? Or
Hmm.
okay. Why is conjunction introductions not true then?
Yeah, I got you. Hold on, let me send you the argument.
Again, do you want to resend the argument or not?
It's pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's in our DMs, bro.
Okay, just making sure. Good faith dialogue. But
I know, it's very good faith. Boo, 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 boo. I think it's this. I think this is it right here.
Define crimson as an axiom. Sorry, not axiomatic. An atomic proposition. What is an atomic proposition? Oh wait, no, it's telling me intrinsically indeterminate, but context. Yeah, what does that mean?
But an atomic. Are you just asking what an atomic proposition is?
Yeah, and the other part,
Simplest form of a
intrinsically
proposition.
indeterminate. The simplest form of a proposition, so it can no longer be reduced down
Yeah,
to.
it can't be reduced down. Yeah, it can't be reduced down.
And then the
Like semantically.
intrinsically indeterminate but context stable. What does that part mean?
Literally what I just said.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Let me intrinsically indeterminate. Yeah, I think it's just reaffirming what I'm saying.
no.
Its truth value is undefined everywhere, regardless of its. Wait, why is? Oh, that's how you're defining crimson. Okay, so its true value is undefined everywhere, regardless of its premise or conclusion. Or simpler, let crimson be an atomic proposition, intrinsically
Oh, my
indeterminate,
bad.
neither true nor
Sorry.
false.
When I mean
Context.
intrinsically oh my god, indeterminate, it just means that it's neither true or false. That it seems that it's undeterminate upon its like conditions of truth and
So
falsity.
it's not true or false.
As in that it seems to be undefined. Yeah.
Okay.
This is just as in the atomic proposition itself.
Okay, hold on.
Boop, 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 boop. You there?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to like
So
explain this?
let crimson be an atomic proposition, intrinsically indeterminate, neither true nor false. Context stable, same meaning everywhere. In the same form becomes crimson, and crimson. Okay, wait. So where's the issue? I'm confused.
Okay, yeah, so I can explain the issue. I mean, if you were debating Scribble, I think we come to the same issue. It seems that the same argument with Solo. It seems that these atomic propositions don't become atomic anymore from the fact of the conjunct, because the conjunct makes them not
How does a
atomic.
conjunct? Why?
Because it seems that, remember, when we say that it's an atomic proposition, we find it to be the case that from the premises they can't be not reducible, as into the fact that they're simple, right?
Conjunctions don't change the proposition itself. Conjunctions are talking about the It's a sentence structure thing. It's not a thing about the actual
So if it's a sentence
proposition
structure,
itself.
obviously it affects the
Well, no,
sentence. So second,
because chill out, bro. You
no,
said an
so wait,
atomic.
so it's not a second structure.
Nigga,
Okay,
can
it's
I
literally
talk, bro?
connective. Like, of course it
No,
affects that sentence. What?
can I talk? I said
Yeah,
no,
go
as
ahead,
in
bro.
like calm down. So I said yeah, no. So you said an atomic proposition. A proposition and a sentence are two distinct things. Okay, sentences can
But a
include propositions in
proposition
it.
and a sentence is two different. Yeah, I agree. Well, hold on, just to be
Yes.
clear, I got that they're distinct. The problem isn't that I find them to be the same, and that should be as in that like to the fact that a sentence can be a proposition could be obviously it has to have a sentence. The problem is just that I find it to be the case that even if they're distinct, the problem is just that it seems that the conjunctive doesn't make the proposition simple anymore. As in, remember, the conclusion it's its own proposition.
Okay.
It's
So
what derives from the other premises.
oh my gosh. So
Because
P
obviously it's
is
different. It's a different proposition than saying crimson and then saying crimson and crimson. Those could be two different propositions.
okay. I get that they're
Obviously, from the
different.
conjunct, it
Yeah.
makes it not simple anymore, as in that it's not atomic.
Yeah, that's what's in question. I'm saying that yes, I agree that
I
yes,
already explained why it
it is
is.
saying. Calm down, bro. You're saying that okay, the and part, yes, but how is the and part adding on to the thing? How is it? How is it
Because okay, yeah.
a
So
divisible
you
thing?
grant what divisible thing? What does that even mean? Did you like actually like
Yeah,
reduce
because you're
like what you're
saying
trying
that
to
an
say?
atomic proposition is indivisible, so it cannot be, the meaning of it cannot be reducible down to anything else. But when we say P and not P and, or sorry, not P and not P, when we say P and P, the meaning of P itself is not actually being divided or being changed or being reduced. It's still the exact same thing, right? For example, let's say tiger. That meaning of, if I say tiger and tiger, the proposition
Huh?
P, which is tiger, has not actually changed. It hasn't been reduced to anything. It's
That's
just,
not the point. You're not
but
understanding.
that's what an atomic proposition
Listen.
is.
That's kind of the
So
point. So listen, do you want? Okay, I was trying to explain this and you kept cutting me off. You understand that an atomic proposition has to be simple, and then the connective makes it that it seems that it's reducible from the fact that there's a connective in there, as in that the proposition or the conclusion itself seems to be non-atomic, other than the premises being atomic.
bro,
So the connective makes it not atomic, not that it seems that the content
why,
has
bro?
changed.
What about the connective is adding
Why?
on to the proposition?
I
Yes.
yes, because it's adding on to the premises, and then obviously it's distinct from what an atomic proposition is, as in that seems that the content. Okay, yeah. So again, the content within the sentence
No, okay.
seems that it
Let's
hasn't
stop
changed.
talking about
Obviously, it's still
variables.
crimson. It's still
Yeah, let's stop
yo,
talking about
bro. What? I'm not even
variables.
talking about.
No,
Do you
because
want me to like
okay,
simple it
let's
down?
say no. Let's say tiger. Okay, we have tiger. If I say tiger and
Okay,
tiger,
bro. There's
how
no difference.
is
But listen,
wait, bro,
listen.
calm
Okay,
down.
listen. If I
How is
say
the word,
tiger,
bro? Oh my god, how is the definition or meaning of tiger changing? Why not add the and part?
wait. Do you
How is
think
it doing
tiger is a proposition, or is it you just see it as a variable?
it? You don't think? Okay, so okay,
Tiger. You think
the
tiger
tiger,
itself is a proposition?
the tiger is orange. So what about that? Why is saying the tiger is orange and the tiger is orange? How is the meaning of the tiger is orange changing?
Okay, you're not understanding. I'm saying that the content obviously stays the same. If anything, it seems that like literally if you read to like what it says that the meaning, as in that it's context stable. Obviously, it seems that it follows from the fact that obviously the content of a tiger is a tiger, or let's just say tiger is orange, is still the same. The problem is just that once as it was an atomic proposition, is no longer an atomic proposition. As in that it seems that there's a difference between the premises and the conclusion, which
A
obviously
different, a difference.
obviously the conclusion has to derive from the premises. And if that's going to be the case, and the conclusion is actually different from the premises, and it actually doesn't derive from
How
it,
is it different?
obviously this is going the inference is going to be
How is it
false
even different? How is it different?
because one's going to be atomic and one's not. As in that the premises, the original
No,
premises are atomic, but the
premise
conclusion is
one is
not.
premise one is P. Premise two is P. Premise conclusion is also just P. It's just saying P and P. It's the
I,
same shit.
yes, the connective makes it non-atomic. I just explained this.
Okay, a conjunction, all in conjunction is just two things, and saying both of these things
I
are
grant what
true.
a
If you're just
conjunction. I know
saying
what a
P and
conjunctive is, bro. I already explained why it's non-atomic.
so then there isn't a distinction between crimson and crimson and crimson. They have the exact same meaning. I'm confused. When we're
Bro,
talking,
are
when
you
you're talking
even
about the
like responding to what I'm saying?
Do you want me to
Do you even
clarify?
no,
like do you know what's happening? Yeah,
because
like
you
Flo,
keep
do you want to like
talking to,
clarify to him? Like maybe
because
it's
you
not going through
keep
his head.
bro, oh my god, you keep talking about how the sentence structure and how it has added on more things. That's
Mhm.
great, but the way you define an
Yeah,
atomic
obviously the
proposition,
conjunction is a
bro,
connective,
can
yeah.
you bro, like nigga, like stop,
Let
bro.
him finish.
When you
Go
were
ahead.
talking about an atomic proposition, your definition was in regards to the meaning of the proposition itself. So you're saying that the meaning of the proposition is no longer reducible to any other thing. So
As in it's simple in its form, yeah.
yeah, so the oh my god, so crimson
I'm
itself, that proposition, yeah, calm down. That proposition isn't actually being reduced
pretty
into
calm.
any single way. It's
So,
not being
Mano,
It
you want
is.
me
reduced at
to tell
Okay,
you
all.
that's
what
the
he's
problem
saying?
though. So
It's the same shit. It's literally nothing
yo,
has
Flo, do you
happened.
want
It is.
to
You're right.
explain real quick? Wow.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So, Mano, you are entirely correct. It is the same thing. Crimson is the same in all the premise and the conclusion. It's just that
Exactly.
crimson is just the content. Remember, it's the meaning. But the structure, the sentence itself is different. Sentences
Ca-
express propositions. I'm not
My
giving him an argument. I'm telling you what he's saying.
no, I know, and I don't
So,
think my
I'm
refutation
telling
isn't
I
that.
like literally never disagree with you
No,
saying.
no,
You're just not understanding.
my refutation
uh-huh.
isn't whether or
Mhm.
not. Yes, obviously, the sentence structure has added on. There's more things to the sentence structure, but the
Yeah,
meaning,
there's
okay,
connected.
but that's the sentence. not the
Yeah.
proposition itself. The atomic
Okay.
proposition, which is crimson,
The
and the
proposition.
sentence.
Wait. I'm
Bruh,
confused. So
chill,
when you say, wait,
bruh.
I'm
Can I?
wait, I'm
wait,
confused. Wait, chill.
Oh my god.
Chill. I just want to ask this one thing. It's no harm shit. Listen, when you say that, it's just a sentence itself, and it's not the proposition. I'm confused on that. Maybe that part. So you think that the connective
Because
isn't a part of the
for
proposition? Not to say.
exactly, it's a part of it. It's not it itself. So when I say P and
wait,
Q,
bro,
chill,
what?
bro. When I say
I
P
didn't
and
say.
Q,
That's not what I asked.
Bro,
That's not what I asked.
wait, bro. Can you not talk over Mo? It's hard for the spectators to actually get a
Hold
grasp of
on.
what you're trying to
Actually,
say
can I
when you're
like
talking
hold
over
on?
him.
Because I don't know why your time
sure,
is
bro.
Shut up. But anyway, keep going.
Yeah, my bad. Like, listen, I'll be very good faith, Mono, because But listen, Mono, I was just trying to express that when you say that the connective specifically and isn't actually something of the sentence that actually changes to be connective. Maybe I'm confused on that when you say that the sentence specifically and just has nothing to do with the proposition. Maybe I'm confused on that part.
that's
So could you like
not what I
further
said.
elaborate what you said?
So
Okay,
when
so then
you
what are you trying to say?
when you define the word atomic proposition, it is in regards to the meaning of the proposition itself. When we say P and Q or P and P, the meaning of P doesn't actually change. The usage of how P is being used within the sentence is changing. Yes, I agree to that. But what I'm saying to you is that you're saying that the proposition P itself has not been reduced, or sorry, has been added onto something. I'm asking for the argument for that. How is it being written differently now suddenly adding on meaning to the
I'm
proposition
confused. Okay.
itself?
Yeah. I understand what you're trying to say now. Okay. So like, yeah, let me explain. So remember when I said that it was the simplest form, as in that it cannot be reducible. What I'm just trying to say is that when we add the connective, especially in the end, it seems that it actually adds some sort of complexity. And maybe you're confused on this. So do you understand that the conclusion it's its own proposition?
You said what?
Maybe you're confused on this, like, and I'm not going to assume anything. That's why I want to ask the question. So, do you think, or do you know that do you think that the conclusion it's its own proposition?
Yes, I think it's its own thing. I think it's its own sentence.
Okay,
yes.
perfect. And do you find it to be the fact that the conclusion has to derive from the other premises?
Yeah, because it's a valid argument.
Of course. Okay, perfect. And do you find it to be the case that in order for the conclusion to be entailed, or at least let's just say derived from the premises, it has to enable the content within it, as in that what we're just doing is adding connective within the other propositions to entail from this proposition?
No, it's the same proposition. It's just PPPP. PPP
It's
and then
not the
P
same
and P.
proposition. It's different when I say
Premise one is
it's a
literally
different
P. Premise two
proposition.
is literally P. What are you talking about?
Uh,
Premise two is not different from premise one.
The conclusion is different than P.
The conclusion is different from the
Obviously.
premises. I agree to that. But
Yeah,
the
you grant that it's its own proposition, bro.
yeah, I know.
Obviously, it's a different
not the
proposition.
premise.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
but the premises are the same thing.
I grant
Now-
that it derives from the premise. I grant that it derives as it tries it to derive from the premises. That's kind of the point of like an inference. The point is that what I'm trying to say here, and I'm trying to do it very easy for you to understand or digestible. From the fact that if we say right that two premises are going to be the atomic proposition, and that they're going to be their own. The reason why they're atomic propositions is that they're simplified, as in that it cannot be reducible. And then when you derive from that to the conclusion, as in that the premises, obviously the conclusion is its own proposition, it seems that they add a connective
What do you?
to
Okay, I
distinct
think we
between the
have a
conclusion and the
disconnect.
premises.
I think the disconnect is what you mean when you say reducible. I'm talking about the meaning of the proposition itself is not reducible. I'm not talking about
Sorry,
the usage is
I didn't,
irreducible.
Maybe
I
No one
didn't mean
is.
to
but
I've
interrupt.
never agreed to that. I'm
Mono,
not agreeing to
sorry,
that. If that's
I
how,
didn't mean
bro,
to.
who is the? Okay,
I was told
what,
to
what,
come in here to scale Gen Wu just now from.
Get the heck out.
bro,
okay, well, you
yeah.
can do that in a minute. But
Sorry,
yeah,
go.
what I'm asking you is what do you mean when you're saying reducible? I don't understand.
As in that, obviously, and I think I tried to explain this in like the beginning. Um, as in that the atomic proposition is that, like, I tried to express it. Maybe it's just the problem of the atomic proposition. When we say it's non-reducible, it seems that when I say the tiger is orange, obviously I can't simplify that anymore. If that makes it any better.
Okay, but what does that mean? Like, does the meaning of that sentence cannot be reducible anymore, or does the structure of the sentence cannot be reducible?
The structure of the sentence is what makes it atomic.
Okay, then
one of the atomic proposition.
Then I didn't understand that clearly. So then conclusion.
Okay, good.
So then no conclusion. Crimson is a false conclusion. That's not what crimson is. So crimson there is something else. It's not the same thing.
But you agree that the content is the same. That's kind of the point. So, the whole inference is wrong.
Yeah, I know. So no.
Okay, so then you follow that. Okay, if you agree that, and then it follows that obviously the law of identity is false. From the premises that.
How?
Do you not remember the first premises I played?
Calm down, chill, bro. You're not actually debunking the conjunction introduction. You're misusing the term.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not. You're just misusing the term crimson.
The term crimson. Wait. What did I? Wait. I'm not debunking the inference. I'm just Okay, you like elaborate on that?
Yeah, okay, so for example, if I were to say, because like, what are you like? I don't get it. I don't get what you're like.
Okay, do you understand? Like when we use inference rules, there has to be. So when we use inference rules, especially into the cases, it seems that it has to happen.
The issue is the variables, not actually the inference itself. So if I say modus ponens
has to do with the variable proposition, then you can't.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, not always, bro.
How do you distinct the inference rules without the variable syntax?
Right? Damn, I can't talk at all, bro. Jesus Christ.
My bad, bro. Like I didn't think it was that personal to you.
It's not about it being personal. It's just like, bro, like you said you wanted to debate.
My bad,
How
bro.
can I debate if I can't talk? Okay, so
I mean, you asked me and said that you want to debate.
I know, and I want a debate,
okay,
not
then.
just you cutting me off every 3 seconds. So like I was saying, so the issue is not the fucking inference rule or the structure of the argument, but it's actually just the variables. So for example, if I were to say if P then Q, then P therefore Q, and P were to just be a false false variable, that's not actually an issue with modus ponens itself. It's just the issue with the variables. You're misusing the term crimson, right? When you define crimson as this an atomic proposition that cannot change or whatever, and then you change it, then that's just you misusing it. That's not misusing the inference rule.
Wait. Okay, my bad. Sorry, my mom. I tried to respond to my mom. What did you say in the last part? I'm misusing the how because
you're violating what it means for it to be crimson. Violating what crimson means.
Wait. I'm confused. What do you think crimson is supposed to be?
An atomic proposition, but like we've already established,
and how am I'm confused.
Because when you type the word,
I'm not misusing it.
You are misusing it because premise 1 is just crimson in of itself. That is its simplest form. So when you add and crimson, you're adding on to something which is no longer making it its simplest form. You're adding on to it, but that contradicts what.
We agree on that. Yeah,
exactly. But that contradicts what it means for it to be crimson, meaning that you're not actually using the variable crimson. You're misusing it. You're trying to use the word crimson. I know you're trying. Okay.
Okay then.
So it's a
you're literally disagreeing with me. Like,
so it's a misuse of the variables, not the inference.
It's not misuse of the variable. It's that the inference rule does this. The inference rule changes the variables. I'm not doing anything. It's not like it's not the case. Hold on. It's not the case that I'm saying like, okay, well, I think now it's not atomic anymore. It's the fact that the inference rule allows this to be the case that it's not atomic anymore, implying that obviously this inference is going to be false because obviously inference rules for the table ox implies that it has to happen in all possible worlds. That's how we define usual classical logics of table oxes or inference rules.
Oh my god! You're saying that it allows this. It doesn't. Okay. There's no. You have no evidence that it allows it.
What?
Okay. What's the evidence?
What do you mean no evidence? I literally just displayed it. I just displayed it.
Oh my god. There's a distinction
Okay,
between
you're saying
trying.
okay.
Bro,
Maybe
bro,
we gotta
shit,
get semantics
bro.
here.
Can I
So
talk
when you
like for
say that
like
I'm
five?
using
Oh my god,
my bad,
bro.
bro.
There's
Let
a
me just get this out real
distinction.
quick,
Oh my fucking god, this nigga's autistic,
bro.
bro. Let me talk. No, let me talk first. So there's a distinction
Wow,
between I don't care, intending to do something and it actually happening in reality. You intended
bro.
for to use
What?
crimson. Yes, dumb. Yes. Intentionality versus
That is
actuality.
literally not any relevant. But go ahead.
Alright, bro. So you're intending to use crimson and you're intending to apply crimson into this inference, but you're not actually doing it, okay? The conclusion that you typed out isn't crimson, and the premises could be crimson, but the conclusion isn't crimson. You haven't actually written an inference at all. It's PP and then Q and Q. That's not an inference. That's
Nope. I
not
mean, the
valid.
concept is the same. You agree with that?
I've never. I
You
literally
did
did not
agree
Can
with
agree.
y'all
that. We can go back
conclude?
to recording. We
I
can ask Flo. We could
I
conclude. Like
never.
this is really bad. Like
Wait,
I'll just say
What?
one
hold
last thing
on.
before we
Wait,
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 conclude.
Mano,
no,
So
Mano, did you
I
agree? Wait,
never.
Mano, I have a
No,
question.
I
Mano, I have
didn't.
a
I
question.
did not agree to
No, no,
that.
he
no, no,
did. He
no,
did. We
no.
can
I
go
was
back to
asking,
recording.
did you agree with the
We can
definition
go
of
to.
crimson, or did you deny its analytic?
Okay, so no, this is what happened. I misunderstood what
No,
he meant when he was saying atomic
no,
proposition.
no, no, no,
We
no. That's not
clarified,
what I.
and then my whole argument
That's not what he
changed.
asked.
So,
Yeah, this
That's
guy
not what I was
cannot.
asking.
Like, listen,
It was just a question. Do you agree? It's
bro,
a question external from all what y'all talking about. Do you agree with the definition of crimson, or do you deny its analytic?
no, the definition of crimson is fine. The usage of
Okay,
it is incorrect. That's the
okay, y'all
issue.
can conclude.
yeah, we
All
can
right, bro.
conclude.
But
But
who
I'll
are
say
we
one last
concluding to?
thing. Yeah, I don't know. Like, who do you want people to conclude to? Actually, we don't even have to have that. You can have like someone else. Like, we just have this in recording. It's whatever. I don't like really care about judges and
No,
whatnot.
I want to judge.
I mean, y'all can
Okay,
get
we
any
can
judge
have
y'all
Flo to
want, but I
judge.
mean, I can tell y'all what my take of it is.
Are you fine with Flo
Um,
being judge?
Let me
well, he's
guess.
probably gonna
I
say
mean,
that's my
that's
judge. That's your judge, not his.
no, it's fine. I mean, I already know what
Okay,
he's
yeah,
gonna
my
say.
judge can be.
Yeah, obvious, but yeah. So just but yeah, no, that but yeah, no. So just because you're misusing, it's does not actually. You're not even using the conjunction introduction. If what you think a conjunction introduction is premise P, premise 1P, premise 2P, conclusion P and P. That's not actually what you typed out. What you typed out was premise 1P, premise 2P, conclusion Q and Q. So those aren't
But
identical at all.
that's
So it's
wait,
not an
just to
issue
be
with the
clear, the
conjunction
whole point,
introduction.
the point of the yeah. The whole point of the issue is that it seems that they have the same content as that it
But
follows
yeah,
from
that's
the
what I'm
fact
saying. Let's
that
conclude.
let's
Let's
just
conclude. I'm
oh,
sorry.
wow
Wait, hold
is this
on.
kid gonna let me talk? I mean, I let him
You
talk,
Can I
but let's
no,
speak?
just
I don't want you to talk. Let's
this
just
guy
move
says a
on,
lot. So
bro.
listen, I'll go ahead, right? So my bad, sorry. What do you want to say, Flo?
I was gonna give my verdict, but you guys are trying to keep on arguing. Like you guys kind of concluded.
No, I'm not even. Oh, bro. Okay, this is like the last thing I said. This guy's very confused. He's actually going like not even disagreeing with the argument. If anything, it seems that he's actually alluding to the argument, but he just doesn't understand the problem. It's not that I'm misusing it. Actually, the usage is just the inference itself. As in, the inference follows that it's the same content. And then what I mean by content is that, like, let's
The
just say
meaning.
the tiger lineage.
All right.
The content is the meaning, right?
All
Yeah,
right.
the
Let's move
content's the
on.
meaning. Obviously, it obviously doesn't change the conclusion, but the fact is
It
that
does
the fact that it's not
change.
atomic anymore.
Right.
But
So,
hold on, the
but
problem
Mano,
is
No, it
okay,
does change. Oh my
hold on, Mano,
God, bro. He's not gonna get
Mano, I
in the
want to speak
argument.
to you.
Let's
You shut the
conclude,
fuck
bro.
up. Come on. Anyway, hold on. So the main point is this.
I
I
didn't
want to
even
speak to
say anything, bitch. What the fuck?
you. I don't give a fuck, bitch. Fuck
Why are
up.
you so quick
Now,
to
like I
hop
was
on
trying to
my
say, the
dick,
main
nigga?
point is
You're
this. Shut
just
the
a
fuck
pussy.
up, bitch. So the main point is
Go ahead.
this.
You different, bro.
So do you want to go back on mute? All right.
I don't
So
give a fuck.
yeah, shut the fuck up, you twink bitch. Anyway, like
no
I was trying to say,
flow.
the main
Just
point is this. I'm gonna get back to what I was trying to say. I put that nigga on mute. So, Mano, given the consensus on the rec that you agree to the definition, do you know what the definition extrapolates?
So what I
It's
agreed
context
to is
based.
that the definition of crimson was an atomic proposition, and what we
Mm-hmm.
agreed that an atomic proposition is just a proposition
No, that's
that
not all
cannot be.
crimson states.
Okay, whatever. But what I've agreed to is that
yeah,
the
crimson
crimson
implies that like the value's undefined and everything
is a
else.
proposition that cannot be reducible in any way. Meaning,
Right.
even the structure of the sentence cannot be
Right.
reducible or anything. So
Right, and
that's
atomic proposition analytically.
I said wait, hold on, but hence what? Because he keeps conflating. I agree that the person who tried writing this